Nah dude, fuck Marines. If you give something to Marines, they'll abuse the fuck out of it, looking at Rabbit Squad and other meta groups of the Marines. You know who doesn't have a meta squad? Xenos. You know why? Because we Xenos don't need to spam one cast or fight dirty, and we usually have enough respect for our enemies to not meta communicate. The Marines, on the other hand, do, and are relentless till they force a nerf on something. I want to point out that the Rabbits are a major issue, and the fact that the Marine player base protects their actions, randomly out of nowhere rushing towards each other and barely any communication. They actively join in and ruin matches for newbie Xenos and make it really unenjoyable for even Marine players than the top guys do to them. I would also like to point out that Rabbits run away from any actual Xeno hives that aren't young hives 80%. This round right before round started, someone said they'll gas spam, and you know what Rabbits did? All log off. The jumpers were never as big of an issue as the Rabbits, and they were somewhat enjoyable to fight. They didn't make rounds overall unenjoyable for all sides but their little meta group. This also goes for most other meta groups. The Rabbit Squad also forces Marines to play with their gun they choose via their Discord server. Then said gun/group of guns gets hella nerfed because of their actions, and it ruins the fun for most normal Marine players, and it makes some players lose sympathize for Marine players and choose to view the game from the eyes of Kuro. I think Rabbit players should be investigated and told to stop this fun business before they ruin all the fun for the normal day Marine. In the long term, they will kill off most fun things for Marines, or at least for newbie Marines, because of them taking stuff and pushing them to their extreme. I would wish action to be taken against Rabbits before stuff escalates to the point where the only way new Marines learn the game is from leeching off of meta squads. And do we as a community want our game to be ran by meta squads and not the normal day Mariner? I think this is going to end really poorly for Marines. While yes, I agree Marines aren't stupid or anything akin to that, I think the issue is the fact Xenos don't have metagames, whilst Marines do, and it spoils the fun for many of us common TGMC players who play to fight randos, not some competitive ultra spread enemy team, and when we do say we'll try and beat them, Rabbit Squad runs away. All playtest Xenos have been broken apple. Do you remember playtest Baneling? Playtest Behemoth? Yeah, Xenos get broken things, but Marines are notified of them. Xenos are not notified when meta squads join in. So I would like to state that yes, Xenos get broken things, but they are publicly announced and fixed quickly. Xenos do not get notified when Marines do something nasty like metagangs joining in and will protect said metagang. I'm just saying with my previous post that Kuro might be onto something, unless meta squads are punished for their insolence and horrid sins they commit within our SS13 server, and I'm sick and tired of acting that meta squads aren't an issue. I get it if you're playing with friends, but when it's 40% of the Marines within a meta group and are suspiciously coordinated, it really sucks eggs to fight and play with those types of people. Xenos have no metagangs, and even if it were to happen, it wouldn't be as effective as Xeno players. Stacking a single Xeno isn't as effective because Marines are balanced from communicating and trusting each other. But what's the point when you're playing with people who you know and trust and are spamming guns that work well in massive groups and target silos to ensure the round is as slow as possible and unenjoyable as possible? So tell me, Apple, how does a playtest compare to a random metagang joining and ruining the fun of good and honest sports? I don't think it's fair for US who play this to have fun and test ourselves against the common mariner. I see no point in playing a game that is fully competitive with no room for fun to be had. Yes, I want Xenos and Marines to do funny bits time to time. There is a time and place for combat and for fun. Remove that one rule that prevents this from being the case too, if possible, in memes. I will make sure Doom falls onto DMC till the day Kuro rises from the darkest pits and finally unravels his ultra master evil scheme. Our foolishness shall be our undoing for following within his footsteps blindly and not questioning his deeds and willfully ensure he has the power to destroy us all. Also, I leave this Discord because I think after looking at you guys' plans, it sorta makes me pity you. Unlike the great engineer cabal of old, you lack the true originality. Our schemes were great in game winning such as your own. But alas, every meta group fades away over time. I just wish to inform you that you're giving Kuro more fuel for his burning hatred for Marines, and each item you lads use and nerf is one less Marine item for the common mariner to utilize against Kuro slot. Also, you guys actively kill TJC pop, which is also uncool and other reason I dislike you people. I just hope you guys realize the harm you are doing to TGMC in the long run and how cooked we are as a community. I want TGMC as it was back in 2023 when it wasn't slotified, and you guys are helping it, making it worse and worse and making me sympathize with fucking Kuro. Like, I think TGMC is going down a dark route and we are all to be blamed for whatever remains in 2 years from now. I wish you all to look back on all the things you helped escalate the nerfing of. I don't think most of you are helping, but as we all know, there are bad actors in every community, tiny or not, and even if you have the admins, not all admins are clean of guilty, and I cannot fully trust that this place is truly free of meta coming, because it always happens, whether from small meta Discord chat groups or people messaging each other stuff via Discord. Although yes, meta coming is hard to catch, you guys have not made it easy on my mind to assume you are not. Even if not, you still make rounds rather unenjoyable, and the fact you guys only punch down on random hives and not on static nor on playtest rounds does not make a good image for you all. I wish I was a Marine and saw whatever good you commit, but even then, is silo rushing and stomping random hives slowly really that fun? It's only fun for you and not the entirety of the Marines force, which are most likely goobers and newbies. To say again, think about the newbie Xenos getting stomped and mocked. Does it feel fair to them? I'd assume no. Neither does it feel good for when it happens to Marines, but Xeno static hives are rare and only happen because of luck more than anything else. If a Xeno cabal existed, I think Kuro would become a Marine coder instead. It is unfair for the common Xeno player and the new Xeno player to get punished out of nowhere by a metagang when you don't metagang back. It feels like what you are doing as a whole is a big middle finger to all Xeno players who play to just play, and most of us older Xeno players already hate playing it, or played when playing Xeno sucked eggs bad. I just hope you come to understand that this all is not fun nor healthy for TGMC and its player base, and will lead to a worse future for us all as a community of gamers.